Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. Now in this video, we're going to take a look specifically. The star ingredient is going to be tomatoes. These tomatoes are going to be roasted and at the end seasoned with some fresh herbs and spices. Now in the Caribbean, this is known as a tomato choka because it is fire blazed, but we're going to do an improvised version here. So let's get into it. Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for this video. In this presentation here, I have a bowl of vegetables that I harvested from my garden. So these are habanero peppers, these are Thai peppers, cucumber, market-more cucumber. I have 2 small eggplants and a whole bowl of tomatoes. So today I'm gonna be creating tomato choka just because I have so many. Now you're gonna need a few ingredients to make this tomato choka. You're gonna need some foil because we're gonna be cooking this in foil on the stove. You're gonna need some chicken base seasoning, some green seasoning, minced garlic, minced ginger, a touch of hot sauce, about half of this large size onion. I have some Spanish thyme. I have some fresh green onion and fresh coriander. Our last ingredient would be some freshly picked celery as well. So to start this off, what we're gonna first do is we're gonna first get a nice piece of foil paper that'll be able to contain this many tomatoes, so maybe about 4 large tomatoes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip that out, and we're also gonna need a touch of cooking oil. So I'm going to be drizzling it with the cooking oil so I don't struggle to take it. So after placing your desired amount of tomatoes on your foil paper, you're going to just go in with a bit of oil and you're going to drizzle it. Now the point of putting the oil on the tomatoes is so that we're actually going to be using what's inside of the tomato and not the skin. So for me not to have to struggle with the skin at the end, it's nice to be able to peel it off with the oil, the assistance of the oil on it. So yeah, so now that they're all covered and I'm happy with the amount of grease on it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this up. So we're gonna fold it shut as if we were gonna be placing it on a grill. So the top can stay open, but the sides and the bottom should be closed. So I'm going to close this up and I'm going to show you what it looks like prior to me just placing it on the stove. So first thing first, we're going to be using our large element and we're going to be turning our stove on to medium high, and then we're going to be placing our tomatoes directly onto this element. And you could set a timer if you like, which I'm going to. Usually this takes about 15 minutes, but you do have to check it like in 5-minute intervals, so 15 to 20 minutes, but I'll start at 15 because that's usually how long this takes, and I'll be back to check it. So in the meantime, I'm gonna cut up these items like green onions, my Spanish thyme, my coriander, and my celery, and my onion. And I'm gonna prep it for the next stage for when the tomatoes are done so they're ready on standby. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. As you can hear, there's a very high heat going on in here. So it's been about 10 minutes of it cooking like that. I have just over 5 minutes left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open it. I'm probably gonna leave it on a little bit longer than the time that I suggested. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip these over so that the other sides can get cooked. So we'll flip them. So after I flip them on another side so that they can get cooked, remember this, for this meal we're only using the interior, so all this burn part we're not gonna eat. We're gonna be scraping all the goodness out of the tomato after it's been steamed nicely. But anyways, so I'm just gonna kind of close it up a little bit more and allow it to steam again. I'm gonna set another timer for 15 minutes. I have just under 4 minutes left, but I'm gonna be setting another timer for 15 minutes. Hey guys, so it's been a total of 25 minutes, and I'm going to say it took 10 minutes longer because of the size of these tomatoes. As you saw initially, they were huge, and I had to open it up so that the inside can get the steam as well. So I believe this is done. It's been 25 minutes on here due to the fact that they're oversized. So I'm gonna be taking it off the fire. So first thing first, I'm gonna just turn off my stove. I have a plate on standby, and what I usually do is I usually just slide it onto the plate. And then I work with it from there. Usually I have two hands as well. So yes, I just slide this whole thing onto a plate. And then I move it over to my workstation where I have a bowl ready. And we're going to be using our thongs to pull out the pulp out of this. So your goal right now would be to take everything except for the skin and the dark parts. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take out all of our pulp minus the dark and the skin. So we're going to put that kind of to the side. Any skin. We don't want skin. So we want all the interior but no skin. So you just peel it off until you get all the skin off and as much as the dark stuff. So yeah, I'm just taking that out. If you get to grab the skin at one point, you just grab it. Hey guys, so I'm back here with all the tomato that I was able to get out and as much as the black stuff that I could take out. So at this point, it's in a nice pureed format. There's only the tomatoes in here that I've been pressing out with my fork. So at this point, I'm going to be seasoning it with the ingredients that we have set aside. I'm going to go in with half a teaspoon of minced ginger, half a teaspoon of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of green seasoning, quarter teaspoon of hot sauce, and a tablespoon of chicken base seasoning. We're also going to be putting in our freshly chopped ingredients, which includes celery, onion, Spanish thyme, and coriander. So we're just going to put that in and we're going to give that a mix to incorporate these flavors. Hey guys, so my choka is pretty much ready to be served. This tomato choka. I tasted it. I did increase my chicken base seasoning by a teaspoon more, so a tablespoon plus a teaspoon, but this is pretty much ready to be served. I'm going to be having this with some paratha roti, and I'll show you what that looks like when I am done and when I have a plate ready. But so far, hey guys, I'm just back with my tomato choka to show you what it looks like. It's pretty good. It's almost the same mode of a salsa, but not quite a salsa. And I have it going on the side here with I made some paratha roti. So yeah, you just literally break a piece off of the bread and you just dip your sides in it and taste and see what it's.